Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of a wine, therefore the nations are mad. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. I want to give a double honor to the elders apostles of Great Millstone, and this salutation to the hopefully elect that they're pushing and striving, stand this truth. Hopefully these lessons edifying. Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. All right. Going back to Babylon, verse 7 has been the golden cup in the Lord's hand. Yeah. You know, they haven't experienced outside war. They've been on the top of wars that they start in these other countries. You know, they usually come out as the victors, you know, and they kill the leaders and set up their own democracy. Okay, that's part of that. That's part of the wine that these nations been drinking. You know, pushing in these different laws and statutes that they put on the books. You know, that's contrary to the way the Habashim Al-Shah program must live. You know, but check this out real quick. China, you know, is pulling further away from the ties of America. You know, and it says that in the verse too that they're not going to regard the gold and the silver anymore. You know, because Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, he gonna turn that spirit up. And when it's time for war, man, you know, if he raised someone up, who is he that's gonna turn it back? You know what I'm saying?
Raised tensions in East Asia, and China now says it's cancelling several defense meetings with the US, as well as calling off key climate talks with Washington. Meanwhile, Beijing has announced sanctions on Pelosi and her immediate family for, and I quote, seriously interfering in China's internal affairs and seriously undermining China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the US House of Representatives, has said her visit was about paying respect to, quote, flourishing democracy on the island, which Beijing views as a breakaway.
No, and that's the problem, these devils. Because he had gave them a stiff warning, a couple warnings, and told her not to make that trip over there, and they did it anyway. You know, they did it anyway. You know, they would go to war over you not respecting them. At the same time, they doing the exact same thing that they mad at you about. You know, that's how they get down. You know, this country is a contradiction. You know, and they pushing these ways and these habits on these other heathens, and they picking up their ways. You know.
Province. In response to the trip, China has launched massive military drills all around Taiwan. It says the air and sea combat drills were for the purpose of, quotes, continuously testing the joint combat capabilities of the Chinese armed forces. The Taiwanese Defense Ministry says several Chinese military planes and naval vessels have actually crossed into what had been an unofficial buffer zone between China and Taiwan for decades. Speaking to the press in Taipei, the Taiwanese premier called Beijing their evil neighbor.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna pause right there. As you can see, like they even picking up the words of America. You know, they have a habit of trying to demonize somebody with words. You know, his words were smooth and butter, but war was in his heart. You know, that's the perfect way to describe the devil and the ideology that they push, you know, you'll end up in that same boat, pushing them same ways. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. Okay? The Most High is about to bring her low. You know, this country has brought a whole lot of hardship, not to even mention holding in captivity, you know, the people of the Most High. You know, they got a whole lot to pay for, man. A whole lot of blood been spilled in this land. All right, so there's no throne. He's gonna take all the power out their hands. All right, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou should no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, man, because he gonna make these other nations, you know, hit these places, attack this place on all sides, and you can see it now because they, you know, they deploying troops in all these different areas of the land, you know, putting themselves thin, you know, the same way that they did back in the Roman days, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know, let me get another verse real quick. And not to mention, this is gonna help more with them storehouses being empty. Because we all know that, you know, when hell break loose, that a lot of people are going to run to these stores and try to buy all these products out, you know, because we already seen it, you know, with the tissue, with the water, okay? But what's going to help forward that affliction is that these truckers not going to be able to even have what they expect, you know, a grocery store to have because of these conflicts that they're having with China now. They about to start mass producing these things to America. All right, and the only people that really have things stored up is people who have a little bit of status and money in this world right now. But let me get back to these scriptures. Lamentation 4, go 21. Rejoice, O be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellers in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Yeah, man. So, you know, they're drunken off their own pride right now. They're drunken off their own talk right now. Okay? And the Most High is basically revealing the secret parts of this place out in the open, you know. And one of those examples would be like like a month ago when that trans person in the army went over there to go visit, you know. These other countries look at that and you know, they take Babylon, they take America for a joke, man. You know, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Who is that? You know, that's 12 tribes that they got over here in captivity. Okay? He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, nowadays they got trannies raising your kids. You know, nowadays you can get free health care for dismantling your body. You know, they make it so easy to be defiled in this land. It gotta go. All right. And it's just like that video, things are heating up. But with that, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash, Shalom.